Abby, this is what I'm saying, Abby. This was you. How could you get this set wrong? We know how. Because making money's fun. Abby Phillip, one of the best out there in cable news right now. But this panel, Johnson, this panel. All right, here we go. Let's play this clip, guys. They're trying to pretend that what we've been seeing over the last 8 years isn't what we've been seeing over the last 8 years. And what I mean by that, it's like they're trying to float this narrative that Trump being shot at and shot, just stuff that happens, man. Yeah, like Trump hasn't been dragged constantly for the last 8 years by corporate liberal media.
Assassination attempts against him. He is making his first public appearance since that frightening incident this weekend.
A little while ago, I got a very nice call from Kamala. No, it was very nice. President Biden, I want to be nice. Yeah, he was so nice to me yesterday, but, you know, in one way, I sort of wish the call wasn't made, because I do feel he's so nice.
Meantime, Trump's number two is lecturing everyone about their rhetoric, except apparently Trump himself.
Look, we can disagree with one another, we can debate one another, but we cannot tell the American people that one candidate is a fascist, and if he's elected, it is going to be the end of American democracy.
Except here is Vance's actual running mate saying exactly that.
It's a choice between communism and freedom. This is communist, this is Marxist, this is fascist. This is a radical left Marxist, communist, fascist. She's a Marxist, she's a fascist. Comrade Kamala Harris. Comrade Kamala Harris. If Comrade Kamala Harris gets 4 more years, you will be living a full-blown banana republic ruled by an anarchy and a tyranny. They're scum. They're scum. And they want to take down our country. They are absolute garbage.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to argue with that. That was kind of simple and plain. Was he talking about Kamala and Joe Biden? Who was he talking about? Because when they be talking about Trump, they be very clear. They were very clear when they called Trump names when they're doing this. You know, so I don't know. I mean, you can deduce that's who he meant when he says they, but you think he would say she is. Because that's what they've been doing to him. They've been like, him. I don't know, Abby. I get your point. I'm not saying that he's definitely not a saint. He definitely dishes dirt. He definitely calls people names. But let's keep going. Let's hear her out, guys.
All right, Scott, so we should take the rhetoric down a notch, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Including Trump's.
I think it would be great if everybody did. And I think it would be also great if everybody who has been describing Donald Trump in terms that they have, like Biden and Harris, would say, you know what? We went too far and we didn't mean it, but they're not going to do that. And so, yeah, I agree. I think every politician has a responsibility to cool it and take it down. And I think everybody should also look back on their own record and say, you know what? This wasn't great, and you all shouldn't have believed me.
He said that now. He said everybody. He didn't say just Democrats. Look at him ready to pounce. Sister ready to get him like, yo, what's up? Go ahead and say that dumb stuff you about to say, and I'm going to check you verbally for the nonsense. But he said everybody, right? All right.
When I told you that Trump was going to cause a bloodbath, rip up the Constitution, create a dictatorship, because that was too much. So, yeah, I think everybody should do that.
Well, I mean, one of the things is that the idea that Trump is exempt from this
no one's exempt.
No
one's exempt.
The toning down. I mean, J.D. Vance seems to not remember that his own running mate also called Kamala Harris a fascist.
He should be more precise. I totally agree with you.
But there have been threats against other people just because they have not been realized. I mean, here's just a sampling of them. All over the country, people have been arrested. One man was even killed in a confrontation with police over this. So the threats are on all sides of this. And
oh, man. See, they want to make this like it's even. We've all been wrong. Sorry what happened to your legs being broke. Look, I almost got a scratch. It almost broke the skin. Wheelchair forever? Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. But look, right here. It grazed me. You should be more careful next time. That's how the Democrats sound. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to compare what they've been saying. Look, man, every news entity, every liberal media, corporate media news entity, I'm not even talking about independents right now. Every corporate, as in cable news, the paid online big guys, whatever, every one of them is going after Trump for almost 10 years straight, nonstop. They've been saying this guy was destroying the world. This guy's the Antichrist. It's the worst thing that ever happened to American civilization. This is what they've been saying for almost 10 years. Abby's pointing at what Trump's saying. Yo, Abby, this is bigger than what Kamala said and what Joe Biden said. It's about all you guys on news media. You guys know there is no comparison whatsoever. Guys, there's research out there that I've done. I've showed on other shows. One was by the Research Media Incorporated. I think it's the name of it. They've done some research at 3 networks. I think it was NBC, CBS, ABC. Guys, we're talking like big numbers, like 94% of their coverage of Kamala Harris was positive. 83% or 85% of Trump's coverage was all negative. It's stuff like that. It's the relentless amounts of negative content about Trump for almost 10 years straight. Trump is a big mouth, but he can't compete with that. You're not actually trying to get us to believe that one guy talking shit at a rally is the same as New York Times, Washington Post, NPR, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, every other news entity calling the guy everything except a child of God for a decade. You're really not going to pretend that's the same thing, are you? We're not going to do that, right? We're going to keep it real, right? We're not going to sit here and pretend like these are equal. You're not going to sit here and do a both sides thing. You're not going to do a whataboutism. Is that what you're doing? Whataboutism? Really? Really? And see, this is the thing. This is why Elon Musk, when he put out a tweet, and I have never defended Elon Musk. Not one time have I ever defended him. I'm not defending him now. I'm defending the truth. And y'all got to get the difference. Elon Musk put out a tweet, and he said, no one's trying to get Kamala, and he didn't use the word get. Said no one's trying to get Kamala. And I think when I read the tweet, I was thinking he was saying what I'm saying. Y'all say whatever y'all want about Trump having a big mouth, but no one's trying to hurt her. They tried to kill him twice. He's not saying, please go get her. Right? He's saying, obviously, this is the person, dog. If there are kids coming home from school and it's your child that gets jumped, one time they get jumped, the second time they almost get jumped, they barely get away. Right? And there's another kid who never gets jumped. Who's the kid that's in danger? Why are you now talking about the kid that hasn't been jumped and hasn't been chased home? Why are you talking about this one? Why are you sitting here saying, oh, so the bias of the corporate media is visceral, it's real, it's everywhere. These people are not to be taken seriously because they cannot be unbiased, even for a second. Abby, this is what I'm saying, Abby. This was you. How could you get this that wrong? We know how. Because making money's fun. Because having your own show is a good time. And because you got people to report to. And because this is what your audience expects. And because of probably a bunch of other reasons that I just don't understand. Because it's above my pay grade probably. But I'm just saying, Johnson, damn. This is so easy. A 5th grader could see it. A 4th grader could see it. Let's keep going.
It is amazing that it's not just J.D. Vance, but a lot of Trump surrogates are suggesting that Democrats are solely responsible for the heightening of the rhetoric.
Not solely, mostly. Because they are. because they are. Guys, where's the equivalent of Kathy Lee Griffin? Show me an equivalent example of a Trump supporter doing a Kathy Lee Griffin imitation. Go ahead and show me a star, a celebrity like Kathy Lee Griffin. And I'm going to give her respect. She's been in the business for 30 years. I don't think she's ever held any other type of job. That's called a celebrity to me. How many people remember what she did? She did this thing, she called it was a piece of art, performance art, where she mimicked decapitating the president. And at the time, he was a sitting president.
There was a photographer involved. I'm sure she has a publicist that worked with her. There were a lot of people around that could have said, you know what, this crosses the line.
There's more blowback.
Where's the equivalent of that happening with the dangerous, the very dangerous MAGA people? See, we got to be able to point out hypocrisy, man. We got to be able to point out lies. We can't afford to keep lying to ourselves. Where's the equivalent of Robert De Niro for the last, for the last 8 years, being on a rampage against Trump?
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care.
You've been pretty open about your dislike for Mr. Trump and the danger he poses to democracy. You once famously said you'd like to punch him in the face. But right now, he's leading in the polls in 5 battleground states. Any advice to the Biden campaign or the voters? What are you thinking?
Well, I think I don't understand why people are not taking him seriously. Because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people seriously. I think Hitler, Mussolini, but they're fools and clowns. Well, there will be, and I hear it. There's some people. I mean, who does not think that this guy is going to do exactly what he says he's going to do?
Right.
He's done it already.
Right.
Threatening to beat him up, calling him everything except a child of God. Where's that? Where's the equivalent of every cable night show roasting Trump for the last 10 years? Where's the equivalent, Johnson? I want to see it. Are we really going to sit here and say it's even? It's not even. It's not even close to being even. Trump can talk crap every day, all the time, and guess what? Y'all not printing it anyway. That's another thing. Trump is at a rally talking smack. Guess what? Nobody heard it because it gets no play. But Robert De Niro is able to go on Bill Maher's show, go on The View, go on multiple sites, multiple places saying the same thing. Hell, they froze Trump out. They treated Trump like they treated Alex Jones, man. You couldn't find him. They did Trump like they did Andrew Tate. You couldn't even find a Trump speech for like a year. You didn't even know where he was. So come on, Johnson, let's not, and still you only show him sparingly now. Even now, it's hard to see Trump. You only can go to certain places to find Trump content. So what I'm saying, guys, is I like Abby Phillip, man. Don't get me twisted, man. I got respect for her abilities. I like her show more so probably than any other show on CNN. But come on. Come on. You're not going to keep it real? I guess you can't.
And completely forgetting that Trump, we just played the clip.
Listen, I would say, as we sort of observe the last 24 hours with respect to the shooting, there's been a lot of victim shaming. Everybody's, this is the only place where there's, Donald Trump is the victim and it's okay to shame him. He has been shot at once. There's been another assassination, near attempt, and then we're luck for the grace of the Secret Service getting ahead of it. We stopped another direct assassination attempt. The rhetoric gets hot. You have to remember when Donald Trump jumped into this race, he's probably the most insulted presidential candidate in American history.
Probably. He said probably. He said probably. Yeah, I know this guy's Republican, right? Or independent or something. Yo, Brian, definitely. And I'm not saying he hasn't earned a lot of the smoke. He's earned some of it, a good portion of it, okay? A good portion of it. But he's only one guy. There's no way he's earned He's earned all this smoke for all this time. Come on, Johnson. Some of it is just gifts. The gift that keeps on giving. The memes that keep on memeing.
Called Hitler. He's been called anti-Semitic. He's been called all these things for sharing the same opinions that he had.
Hold on.
Presidential candidate in American history. He's been called Hitler. He's been called anti-Semitic. He's been called all these things.
Didn't J.D. Vance call him Hitler? Even J.D. got into the action. I'm just saying, it's keeping it 100, right?
For sharing the same opinions that he had 20 years ago, but it's not politically convenient to the Democratic Party. So yeah, he gets frustrated from time to time. The rhetoric gets hot. We probably do need to cool it a little bit, but there's no off-ramp. I mean, you see let's look at what Reed Hastings says, a major Democratic donor to Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party. The day before the first assassination attempt on Donald Trump, Reed Hastings basically said,
that's inaccurate. It's Reed Hoffman.
Reed Hoffman,
very different person.
Reed basically said, hey, we should have if Donald Trump wants to be martyred, we should make him a martyr. There's been no criticism of that. When
yes,
I
there
come
was.
out,
That's
there
not
was
true.
definitely
limited criticism. I watch this network. I watch this network all the time.
Jesus Christ. He said if he wants to be a martyr, we should make him a martyr. Listen to that, man. But guys, are we going to be real? Trump, put it this way. Right? A lot of my brothers and sisters that are honest and real, you know damn well if people were going at Kamala Harris the way they've been going at Trump, it'd be a problem for them. Right? Because as far as our community, we be ready to rumble. Like somebody it would get bad for them. It would be unacceptable. And I think in American society, even though we say, we got to protect Black women, I think there would be a circling of the wagons by all because, well, they know Kamala, right? So they may not, America won't protect the Black woman they don't know, but the Black woman that's popular, they will use her superficially to make it seem like they really are down for Black women and protect her. And I'm just being honest about that. That's what it is. We all know that Black women are the most unprotected women in the country. Hell, Black women are lucky to get a prescription out of their doctors. Doctors think Black women are lying, like Black women have a tolerance for pain and everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie because they're all addicts and druggies. And this has been documented, man. That's one of the reasons why we have such a high maternal morbidity rate. So if they were going after Kamala the way they're going after Trump, it would not be allowed. Yeah, I just don't think it would be allowed, Johnson. And I think that's an honest way to look at it. Hell, man, people are getting roasted for pronouncing her name incorrectly. And it's not like they're calling her names like Trump was doing with Sleepy Joe or Lazy Lion Ted. He's not even doing that. If he says Kamala, they go, oh my God, how dare you? Her name is Kamala. Get it right. Get it right. Like, what? Been calling this guy fat. They've been calling Doug Christie, what's his name? Chris Christie? Called him Krispy Kremes for 5 years. And you didn't say shit. You were quiet. What do they call Tim Scott? Django or something? We call Clyburn, Steven from Django. No words at all. Silence. If you say Kamala's name incorrectly, we got these sorority girls. I'm sorry, sorority women. Losing their ever-loving minds. Like she was called out her name, like someone shamed her. Man, I don't know how many times I'm on the phone ordering something, and I go, they say, name please. I say Tim. They say, Tom? Who? I say Tim. I don't get offended. What do you mean? Tim. Oh, okay, Tim. Got it. Thank you. $16. Is that a person on that panel who doesn't know the overprotection of Kamala Harris? And I don't know if you noticed or not, but she's never been president. She wasn't elected president. Just like she wasn't elected vice president. No one is. But the reverence, the protectionism, the off the charts, gotta save her from words, is ridiculous. So, yeah, Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. These guys on this panel, they're trying to get the point, but they're going too soft, man. Say the truth, man. Say the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
You think they should keep his money?
I don't know. Should they keep money of Elon Musk?
Elon Musk is not asking for the murder of an American president.
Well, hold on. I mean,
Well,
I guess
actually, Elon Musk just did that.
He actually just did that. I mean, he deleted the tweet, but
I didn't see that.
he said, well,
You didn't see it?
why isn't anybody calling for Biden and Harris's assassination? I mean,
Yeah.
that's basically what.
That's not what he said, basically. Now, that's the lie I was talking about earlier. That's not what he said. He said no one's trying to do that to Kamala, meaning she ain't the one in danger. Meaning, hey, the person that people are trying to drive by on is Trump. So why are you saying, hey, well, Trump needs to stop talking? Nah. They're coming to see him, not you. Not your candidate. That's what, look, I don't know Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying at all. So I don't, I got no reason to be nice to him. I'm not saying this for his benefit. I'm saying it because it's true. The way I took his statement, Abby, I think you're misconstruing it on purpose. He didn't say something should happen to Kamala Harris. No, he did not say that. That's not what the tweet said at all. He was saying, hey man, she ain't the one she's not the one people are going after.
Why isn't anybody calling for Biden and Harris's assassination? I mean, that's basically what he tweeted. So that happened. I mean,
But
that's basically what he tweeted. Look, you got staff. Why don't you have the tweet on the screen? Why aren't you reading it at least? It's been deleted. The Secret Service said it is aware of Musk since the deleted post. It kind of proves my point, doesn't it? Musk makes a joke about Kamala Harris. A joke. And Secret Service got to come take a look at him. They are probing, they're investigating him. Trump was almost killed twice. And it's like nothing happened. And we're up here arguing about he needs to be more quiet because he's inciting people to kill him. People he don't know want to kill him. It's not us. It's not us. We got nothing to do with it. I'm not saying both sides couldn't chill a little bit, but it's very obvious somebody's going a little harder than the other side. The cumulative effect of, 100 on one, it's kind of taking its toll. You know what I'm saying? You got 100 people on one side, one person on the other side. Now you add in J.D. Vance. Okay, 2. And maybe that guy, Lionel Nation, or I'm just naming people off the internet. Alex Jones, Lionel Nation, Sean Hannity, sometimes. So that's 100 to 4. Maybe there's a little bit difference in amount of heat coming from one side. I know if I went outside, it was me and 3 other my friends, and it's 100 people waiting outside, we going back inside. The only way that we can even this up is if Trump would have to go on a Samuel Jackson tirade rant every day until, I don't know, for 2 years, just to catch up to what's been said about him. I mean, it's not even close, man. Not even close. All right, guys. Let's go on to the next topic. Hit the like button if you find this content interesting, engaging, or what the hell, Better than staring at a blank wall. That'd be nice. Don't forget you can become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack by going to Tim's Take Live on Patreon or joining on YouTube or going to find me at TimBlackTV.com. I got a website.